Well, good day, ladies and gents. It's Motorjet again. Out for another ride on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Praying that this truck doesn't turn suddenly in front of me. So yeah, out for a ride on the old R6. My first love for motorcycles. My baby. I'm riding a lot of off-road lately, so today I got a nice day and figured I'd go for a rip on this thing. So this toy has been with me since 2008. It is a 2008 model. I bought it in 2008, and it's been. I got it in BC. I used to live out there, and I got one story about it. It's one of my many falls on a bike, but I've only put this one down once, and I learned my lesson. On my WR250R, I've dropped that one. I've dumped that one quite a few times, but that's a dirt bike. I use it off-road mostly, so that's expected, right? But this baby, I had it for a couple of years, and in May of 2010, my wife and I had our first child, our boy, and he was 2 weeks old, just over 2 weeks old. I took 2 weeks off work, or 3 weeks off work actually. That was my first day back to work. It was June 16th, 2010, and had to come down over this beautiful turn in Kelowna and went down the hill. It was an 80 zone. You could easily do it on bike, 120. And it was lightly raining. It was first thing in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning, on my way to work. And yeah, road was a bit slick. I was the only vehicle at the top of the hill, because there's a set of lights at the top of the hill. And yep, only vehicle there, and I started cruising. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be fun. You know, I haven't ridden a bike in a while because I had the kid and everything, and started going down this hill. Nice sweeping to the right. Road is slick, 2 lanes divided with another 2 lanes on the other side. There's a highway, Highway 97 in Kelowna, British Columbia. Just as I'm about to make my turn going down, I think I hit the white line on the side, on the shoulder, and the ass end started going woo, and it frightened the shit out of me. So I touched the rear brake a little bit, and because the road was slick, it sent me sideways a little bit. I managed to correct it, brought her back around, and then next thing I know, I'm in the fast lane. I switched from the slow lane to the fast lane, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm gonna have an accident. I'm gonna wipe out here. The pucker factor was like bar tight, and because I know there's maybe some virgin ears listening to this, I said a few choice words that I'm not going to say now. They started with G, D, and F, and H, and everything. Anyway, so there's a yellow line, a solid yellow line next to the cement barrier between the 4 lanes on the highway going down the hill. And you can see where I locked up the rear brake, because I said I'm going to go into this cement barrier pretty hard here, pretty tight. So I did lock up the rear brake, and you can see where I skid maybe 20 feet or so on this yellow line. And eventually I came off the yellow line, and my left side, the whole side of the bike and everything, my leg hit the cement block. And when that happened, I said, "Oh F," and I looked down, and I was doing 60 kilometers an hour, 60 something kilometers an hour. I don't know, it could have been 61, could have been 69, I don't know. I remember seeing the 6 in the front. The next thing I know, my front tire hits a storm drain, and it was dropped about 3 to 4 inches. I don't know why it was so low. And what's that guy doing? Anyway, yeah, so I hit this storm drain. I felt my handlebars flick to the side, and the next thing I know, I am over the handlebars. Now, only riding for a couple of years, I decided to try to hold on, and when I went over, I snapped the clutch off with my hand, drove it in my hand. I think I had 9 stitches across the back of my hand. I got a nice scar there to prove it. I remember seeing the front tire with my visor. I smashed up my visor pretty good, and I went over, landed on my back, and rolled down the hill, rolled down the thing, and as I'm rolling, I'm like, my bike. I'm more concerned about my bike. Anyway, I go to stand up. I realize, okay, I'm in the middle of the highway. There could be more cars coming by now, but there wasn't. And when I stood up, I felt this crack in my leg, and down I go again. I broke my leg, broke my fibia in my left leg, and I think it was from when I hit the from where I hit the center median. Anyway, yeah, and the ambulance shows up. Somebody else came by and picked up my bike. This big juice monkey came by and picked up my bike and said, "Oh, don't worry, bro. It's all cosmetic." And yeah, $7,000 later, insurance paid for it. Thank God. Bought me all new gear because I blamed the weather and didn't mention my speed. Yeah, so $7,000 later, my bike gets fixed. I didn't get it back till like August or something like that, so I managed to get a little bit of riding in anyway at the end. And yeah, and anyway, yeah, the ambulance shows up, and they just said, "Yeah, you got a broken leg, so we're gonna take you to the hospital." And she goes to take off my jacket, and I couldn't lift my arm. She's like, so she starts looking around my shoulder, and, "Oh yeah, there's something sticking out of your shoulder here. Let's look at this." And yeah, fractured my clavicle in 3 places, and that was pretty nasty. So my son was 2.5 weeks old, and I had a major accident on a motorcycle, and my wife had to take care of 2 babies because I was a baby. I couldn't even wipe my own ass. I needed I get sponge baths anyway. She gave me baths, which was nice. Yeah, baby, sponge baths. Anyway, so yeah, lesson learned. I don't do crazy shit on my street bike anymore. It's a little more forgiving if you're on if I'm on my dirt bike or on my dual purpose. So boys, if you're and girls, ladies and gents, if you're out on your bikes, take it easy, eh? They look nice. Keep them that way. Alright, I am just about home, so thanks for the ride, and stay safe out there, alright? We'll see you in the next one. And there she is.